Hey, good day, you all. So, I appreciate everybody's comments, and they were great on this heat system setup that I'm doing. I should say was doing. I am going to step away from this because it's been a little bit frustrating, a lot frustrating. I'm going to tear this all out, and I'm going to redo it. Had a call just 5 minutes ago from Greasy Garage. Thank you very much. It was a good call. When I saw it come up on caller ID, I said, "Man, I got to take this. I'm curious." This, so here's some things. They show putting this fuel line right here, and you're right. A lot of you mentioned that it's going to you won't have access to this amount of fuel. He suggested, Greasy Garage, that there's an add-on fuel line you can have that would come down to here. But I'm going to tear it all out. I'm going to take this shelf out that I spent so much time building and turn this 90 degrees. So this will be on the bottom. And the fuel line, I'm going to change. He had a good suggestion. These hoses deteriorate rather quickly, apparently. I don't know why they sell them, but they do. So I'm going to tear that all out. Let's go look back here and see what I'm going to do. I really didn't want to do what I'm going to do, but I've got to do what I've got to do because it needs to be done. I'm going to move the heating unit out here. I haven't laid it all out yet. This is the way the hose, the air vent, the air duct will go. So I'm picturing mounting it somewhere out here so that I can get the exhaust to point down in it, so it'll be down below the building. And I'll run the exhaust in here, and the tank, the fuel tank, will sit up above here. I really didn't want to hang it outside anywhere, but apparently, so that this clicker fuel pump is apparently obnoxiously loud. I haven't heard it run yet, so I don't know. I've heard YouTube videos of it, watched YouTube videos of them running this, and it sounds really loud, but I don't know if it's because they had their mic right close to this or what, but it is loud, apparently. So the negative side is putting it out here. Now I'll have to build a roof over, especially the tank, so that the water doesn't get into the filler cap. The plus side is I'm going to have more storage on the side, and this I'm going to make one big door, so it'll be 10 foot long, just this high. It'll come down, and it'll be on chains. So when it opens, it'll be a nice table. And it'll be easy to reach in everywhere. That won't be an issue. And it won't be very heavy. I don't think it'll weigh 20 pounds. So it'll fold right up, and then I can latch it. And then this will be sealed. So I'm excited about that. So I just need to breathe. I am not going to work on this today. Maybe not even tomorrow. I want to work on trim. I want to get this decked out. I want to accent these colors more. Putting the trim, the apricot trim on, is really going to highlight and tie those two colors in together. So that's what I'm working on. Here I go. Well, I think the first thing I want to do is get this prettied up inside. Make this look really nice. That will look so much nicer. Plus it'll be easier to wipe it down, keep it clean. That will look so much better. I'll paint the floor and tidy up the corners, and that's going to look great. And then I'll do the other side. I'm making the two side doors all one length, so it'll just be one piece and pull down. I think I explained that. So I've ripped out and cut to length the top and bottom part of the door, and then I cut all the pieces to space them equally. Should be a really sweet looking door. Sweet! And then it can be painted. So I'm going to bring in some Luan. That will be the backer, and I'll cut that to size and then put it together. I just went and did, so these are for two doors, top, bottom piece, full length, so that when we tip them down, it's going to be sweet. These are the vertical pieces, and I've figured them 2 feet spacing all the way down through. So now I'm ready to assemble that. My table's only 8 feet long, so I won't be able to put the one down on the very end. But I will be using a pipe clamp to get these set. I mean bar clamp. They're not pipe clamps. I'm not too worried about this one lining up yet. This is the critical one. So I'll get a clamp on here. What is it they say? You only get one chance to make a first impression? Well, you only get one chance to line this up. So it needs to be right on. I think I might work it down, right down through, rather than to try to get them all lined up. Let's start here. Boy, that really holds, and I haven't even clamped it yet. There it goes. So I'll do these two. I'm just running a 3-inch screw through. I'll probably drill a pilot hole so I don't split the wood. I went down through, I stood this upright, and I drilled a pilot hole in every one here, and then I'll do the same on that side once I flip this around. So that looks good. Hey, I got one in. Good. On this one. I don't think I'll even put another clamp on there. Come on, go on, small. I had a little trouble with my eye keeping this nice and straight through. So what I did was I turned it up this way so that the end point, or the coming out side, I know I nail that right on. I'll have it perfect if I start in the center. So if it comes out off just a little bit here, that's okay. So I'm going to drill some holes. Not sure why my eyeball's off, but I'm off maybe a 1/16 to an 1/8 from coming out on the center on the other side. Oh, that one's pretty good. Oh, perfect, perfect. That's what I wanted. Now that I'm almost done. Good. And last one. Good, 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 good. All right. I'm still going to clamp each one of them because when you start the screw through, it'll have a tendency to, sometimes depending on where the grain is, it'll move it around. I don't want that. Got a knot right there. I'm hoping that it won't split that. Yes, good, 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 good. Got it. All right, one framework assembled. Now I'm going to attach the luan to the back side of that. It's going to be two pieces, so I'll make one end right at a joint, at a vertical piece. This is the good side, so I'm going to put the luan on the back side, and I'll mark. So I've already ripped the luan. Louis luan. Whoa, baby, we gotta go now. Let's see. Which one is factory? All right. I want this side down because that's how I've done all of the others. So I'm going to pull it back just a little bit and center it. Then I'm going to make a pencil mark, and I'll use my square. So I make sure I hit wood every time. Square. So I'm using 1-inch screws. We have 3/4 pine, 1/4-inch luan. I'm hoping it doesn't protrude through. I'm going to start up here and just line up. This is the factory edge, so I can rely on that for being straight. I can just barely feel the head of the screw, but I'm going to go with it. After I'm done, I'll flip it over, and if I think it warrants it, I'll maybe run the belt sander on it just lightly and see what that does, if anything. This is going to make a really nice table when it's folded down. Since I had to do one, I actually made both of them because the other door frame will be exactly the same. Done. What do you think? Should we take it out and look at it? All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. And then it'll be just a slight space across here. I can't see it, and if I let go it'll fall. Hopefully it looks good. And then I'll make the other one. And the screws that I put on, can just barely feel that. I may run the belt sander on that just to see what it does. There, so I'm going to paint the back of it so it'll look finished when it's down. And then this is going to be the apricot, all the framework, and these door panels. I haven't heard the final verdict yet, but they're going to be multicolor. That should be really fun. So I'll go over there and we'll paint this. So I think I'm going to paint. I guess I know I'm going to paint. This is going to just be like a bench. So I wanted it to be kind of a light color. So I'll go with the apricot. Probably could have got a roller out. But by the time I did, I think I'd have it all done. kind of pretty warm out right now. It's in the mid upper 70s Fahrenheit. A nice fall day. A little side note, so I have an appointment coming up for my knee. It's one of those things, I think I've talked about it before, and I know a lot of you folks have had knee replacements, and that's what I'm going to be pushing for, because I'll be working along. It might not hurt at all in the morning, and after 2 hours it's kind of, oh boy, maybe that's the doctor. Nope. I don't know why they'd be calling. Anyway, that's coming up. I'm hoping to have knee surgery in a couple of months and just be done with it. And I don't know. I'll see what they say when I talk with them. This will dry in about 15 minutes, I think, out here in the sun. So I let the backside sit for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's all dry now. Except for the corners. I guess I gotta clean that up. Be right back. I just ran around with a putty knife and knocked off those high spots. That's not right. Okay. So the screw heads, the point of the screw was sticking out just so you could just barely feel it. So I ran a belt sander over it, and it took them right down to where it's nice and smooth. You can't even tell where they are now. All right. So I'm going to set these inside. I'm not going to be putting them on today because this needs another coat, and it's supposed to rain tonight. So I'll put it inside out of the weather. The paint is all dry. I think we're ready to put these on. I'm putting 4 hinges on, and I've marked them one on each end coming in. I came in 8 inches to the center. I have a mark here already. Then I took the door and divided it by 3 for the other 2, so that the next one would be at 40 inches, 80 inches, and then the last one over there, 8 inches in. So, here's the drill. Oh, this is it's really going to look pretty cool closing this in. Looking good. It's looking good. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Okay, I may have cheated a little bit. I kind of set it up here and got it located exactly where I want it. And I started a screw. I'm going to just screw it in, hold it in place. Need to get all the hinges pointing down. So this door is an 1/8 inch shorter than the overall length. So I'm splitting the difference of a 1/16 of an inch. So when I put the trim on the ends, this door will close right up tight to it. That's the plan. So I also, when I set it up here, I made a mark here and one here, so I know I can line it up again, even though I already had it here once. Okay, right there. That is going to be so pretty. Good. When when this trim is on, there'll be just a slight gap like that, so that when it's hinged down here, the door will just fold right out, and I'll have this trim coming down will be flush with this. It should look really, 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 really good. Okay. Took a lot of figuring actually to get this to clear when it comes down, to clear the top of this, and it looks like it does. There's about an inch and a quarter here, and the thickness of the door is an inch. There. I have not tried this, of course. Hopefully it goes down. Oh, it feels pretty. It's not binding anywhere. It is easy access into here to reach everything. Oh, I like that. Nice. Then there'll be barrel bolts that come down. There'll be 3 of those. For now, well, yeah, for now that's good. All right. That went a lot easier than I thought it was going to. I finished the next step. I put chains on to support it when it's open. I went with 4 of them, so they're good and solid. That'll be good if you pull something out to sit it on here just to work, or if you want to come outside and eat, that's a great table. It's right at a good table height. Get right close to your food, all your vegetables, you know, and your chicken eggs. Okay. So now, so it works. I lined it up so the chains all fall just inside of one of the supports. Ended up going with 4 to, if I put just one in the middle, it would have been right in this bay. I didn't want to do that. So now I'm going to attach barrel bolts. There'll be 3 of those to hold that in place. So this is the barrel bolt that I'm going to put on. Ideally, I would like to put it on with a barrel facing down. But I have metal roofing coming out, and it's going to have a lip down. So I won't, if it's up here, I won't be able to open it. That would be ideal, but I'm going to have to mount this on the door itself. Then this part will be up here. That way I can run it up in there. The concern there is going down the road vibration. I don't know. I'll have to come up with an idea for that. Right now it locks well, and if it's tight in here, I think it may not move much. So I'm going to go with it that way. So I'll put these on, and we'll see how it looks. These barrel bolts attached really well. Just let it down. Pretty simple. Voila, as the French would say. Whew, all right, that's going to wrap up this video for today. I am just so excited that we finally got this on, and you know, I ought to bring my lunch down and just sit here and enjoy it. I could set up a TV in here. Wow, you could just, so many options of things we could do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, hit the like button if you don't mind, and if you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. That would be great. I really appreciate that. Okay, so next video I'll be doing the trim to highlight all of this in the apricot. Still have to paint the panels, but we're going to have fun doing that. Okay, see you later. Have a great day.